Hello everyone, and Madayaw! Welcome to Maita's Masquerade. It's another Write With Me series, but this time I'm going to show you one, or maybe two, and then a combination of my writing technique. So today's episode will be about combating writer's block. A lot of people, especially my students, will always say, "What do I do? What if I have writer's block? How am I going to do this? How am I going to write? I can't submit anything," and all other excuses. People, come on, we were not given a chance to have an excuse back in the day. And I was in high school back then. So, before you say, but times were different back then. Yes, times were different. So, if you're new to my channel, please follow me. My name's Maita. Here are my socials, and I hope you enjoy this video. So, I am a teacher, writer, artist, art therapist, game designer. Would you believe I design games too? I have designed a game or two. I am a Madayaw / or half Chinese, born in Davao, studied in Manila, back in Davao. For my professional career, I run Tailcraft Story Creation card game, and I have 27 books on Amazon and a lot of free ones all around the internet. Because I'm an artist, I kind of think a little differently. And that's actually going to be helping in what we're going to be doing today. Okay, so this is my Amazon. You can check there. In case I've already published several more books after this, you are welcome. It means I have more than 27 books. So here are some more of the books I have. I am also in draft to digital, and on my website you could also find some free books there. So here's technique number 1. Yes, I run Tailcraft. My sister Rhea invented the card game back in, I think she invented it like 2004, 2005, had it printed 2006. It hit the shelves 2007, and here we are today. This is the new anniversary deck, by the way. It is available on Amazon, Amazon US and Amazon Canada. So if your country can get from those countries, like here in the Philippines, you can order from Amazon US with a minimum of $39. You have free shipping. So enough of the plug. Let me just tell you guys, for Tailcraft, you pick cards. So the cards are separated. Red ones are genre. The blue ones are archetype. And the yellow ones are keywords. You get 1 genre, 2 archetypes, and 3 keywords. And with that, you make a story. Very useful tool, especially when you are trying to combat writer's block. But what if that's not a technique you want? So here's a different technique that I use, especially for younger kids and those who don't have a Tailcraft deck. I love doing this exercise. I actually do this exercise with my students. A lot of them are one of my first activities for them. Pick a fairy tale. Don't make it complicated. Goldilocks, Cinderella, Elves and the Shoemaker, Little Match Girl, you name it. If it's simple, go pick the fairy tale. Now we're going to replace the setting. We're going to replace the archetypes of the character. So usually your character is already given by the fairy tale. Archetypes are how they are supposed to move in the story. Their personality types, so to speak, the tropes of the character. And of course, we'll be replacing some story elements, and let's see how this story transform. But, can we combine the two techniques? Yeah, let's do that, shall we? Alrighty, so here are the cards that I picked. Historical, the bureaucrat, the haunted hero, sacrifice, rescue, and rivalry. You can pause if you want to read each one or buy yourself a deck. So, we have all these archetypes. Most of these archetypes, by the way, are based on Carl Jung's archetypes. All right, so this is actually my story, Steamerella. This is one of my bestsellers. It's a bestseller for my printed local ones, and it is one of DepEd's pre-approved stories for high school reading, supplementary reading material. So the setting, I've placed the setting in an alternative Victorian London. So that's our historical setting. My haunted hero is my Cinderella. I call her Sandy. And my bureaucrat is, no, not the stepmother. My bureaucrat is actually the fairy godfather. It's not a godmother, it's a godfather. And you know how bureaucrats really love order. So he's like, okay, I'm your godfather. Tit for tat. I'll grant you anything in exchange for something. And so Cinderella's like, I want revenge. So Godfather's like, oh, I can make it happen. Trust in the process. So for the next grueling months, she had to train and had things operated on her because she was crippled, and actually one side of her was actually crushed by a carriage. So she's missing her left side. Okay, so just enough to function, but if you call it functional. Anyways, fairy godfather. Okay, he's not a fairy, but you guys get it. Can make things happen. He's like, okay, we're going to put prosthetics on you and stuff, but we're going to make sure the mechanism is exposed. Why? Because the Duke's son is intrigued. He's a war hero. He doesn't like pretty things. He wants interesting things. And of course, she listens, and thus the Duke's son is very much enamored with her during the whole ball. Or in this case, it's more of like a weekend party. There's rivalry between the stepsisters. And then finally, on the culmination night, the Duke's son wants to marry her. Unfortunately, she still has a debt to repay. So the son, the Duke's son, must rescue her, perform a sacrifice, because the fairy god phantom, or shall we say the phantom of the opera house, does not need money and does not want to buy his money. So he wants you to do something in return. What that something is, well, you guys have to buy the book and see. It's available on Kindle Unlimited. So if you have, or if you're subscribed to Kindle Unlimited, it is free. So thank you for listening to that. I hope you guys enjoyed. I really enjoyed making some videos like this because I am a constant teacher. I love to share my knowledge. Thank you, everybody. So if you want to connect with me, here it is, my socials once again. You can look at my website. There are a lot of resources there, freebies and stuff. Just go check it out. Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, Tumblr, and my Amazon store. More links on my website. I didn't want to bombard this. So thank you once again, and I will see you guys soon. Bye now.